Now to open the AWR tool, double click over the AWR icon on the desktop. Then this window will appear. Okay, then here all should be checked, that all whatever it is showing, all the boxes should be checked, and the prompt for features when the application is to run, that is also checked. Okay, next click over OK. Then also you click OK. Then this window will appear. Okay, and it will take a few seconds to uh, open the actual drawing space. This is actually the AWR tool. Here we have to use to do our structure or to simulate our structure, we have to use here. Okay, here there are many options are there, as you can see here. This is design notes, something is there, project options, global definitions, data files, system diagrams, circuit schematics, and netlist, EM structure, output equations. But out of these things, we are using this EM structure because we are drawing EM structure, that is a microstrip structure. So we have to choose this EM structure. So under that, what we have to do, we should choose new EM structure. Okay, and in this window we have choose AWR Axim. AWR Axim should be checked. Now you can give some file name here, any name. So like we are doing a resonator, we can give as a resonator 1. I am giving it as a resonator 1. So create. This is the enter name for the EM structure. We are doing a resonator. We can give a name as resonator 1, or you can give whatever the name you want, and then create. So this window will appear here. This is the window where we have to draw the structure. Here we have to draw the structure. Okay, as we know, our structure, it is a microstrip structure. We have to drawing the structure means there should be a unit. Okay, unit means we are drawing the structure using millimeter, or it may be meter or a centimeter, like that. We have to say that simulation tool in which unit it's supposed to use to draw the structure. To do so that we have to do, and also we are operating this in the frequency range, gigahertz range. We are designing the structure in the gigahertz range, so that unit also we have to provide here. To provide that, we should go to project options. Here there is a in the right side there is a icon is there. You go project options, you choose click over a project options, then edit will come. So click over edit. Okay, so there is a, in this window there is a global units, it is given global unit. Here we should click over a global units, and in that this should be frequency should be in gigahertz. We can change this to any one, megahertz, or it may be kilohertz, but our range is in the gigahertz range, so set it to the gigahertz range as shown here, gigahertz. And angle may be in degrees, and also temperature also in degrees, time in nanosecond, resistance value in ohm, and keep all other values as it is, other units of other elements as it is. And but here is the length type is there. As we know, while doing our design, we got a length of the structure in mm. So you set this unit in, it is a micrometer is there, instead of micrometer you set it to millimeter, mm. It should be mm. So like you can change. So now I got a mm here, so that you leave mm as it is. Okay, it is in mm, length is in mm, and frequency in gigahertz, that is a unit set. So in the global project options, you should click over project options. There we will be getting this window, there you have to click a global units. In the global unit you should change the frequency unit. Okay, that is in gigahertz, megahertz, so we want gigahertz, we click over a gigahertz, and unit must be in mm, so that's why I changed it to mm. So it is a okay. Here you can make a okay. Okay, so that is a setting the unit of drawing unit here. Next, what you have to do, we have to define the material, that is which material we are using, which material that simulations should use while drawing our structure. So we should define the structure. Okay, using those define the materials. We have to define the material, which material we are using to draw the structure. So that materials we have to define before going to draw the structure here. So material we have to do here. See here EM structure, under that we created a resonator. Okay, resonator we are doing, there is a plus sign is there, you click over that, you will get a drop down here, drop down like this. Here in resonator 1 there is a enclosure, you should click over the enclosure here. This enclosure, right click, you will be getting edit option, so you click over edit. So you will be getting this window, this is the window. In the enclosure there is a grid is there, grid here. This grid means, see, in this window there are dots are there, we are drawing our structure actually here in this place. So here dots are there, from one dot to next dot there is a gap is there, that is called, between the two dots there is a gap, that is here we have to provide. There it is a 0.01 is there, but we will make it 0.1, we'll do it 0.1. That is enough for our structure length. So we have to make a grid, both the grid must be same same, you should put a 0.1, 0.1 for both. Next we have what we have to do, we have to define our materials. So go to materials here materials. In the materials already some materials were there, actually these materials we are not using. We are using dielectric material whose permittivity is equal to 2.2 and tan delta equal to 0.001, but those materials are not here, some other materials are there. So we have to delete all these materials first. So we have to clear all this. So just click over this and delete, it will delete. See, like this, delete, you delete all whatever defined earlier like this, but to keep this perfect conductor as it is. Okay, next similarly go to dielectric, next left side you click a dielectric layer, and predefined materials are there already, some material defined already, but these materials we are not using, we have to delete this. So delete this also you should delete, but we keep a year as it is, because this year we need also, this is actually above our structure, always there is a year is there, like a space is there above our structure, but actually you said that to 20 mm, year height is equal to 20 mm. Okay, automatically if you write as a 20 under thickness, it will take that unit as a 20. Okay, need not to write mm here. So year only be kept, and above our structure year height is equal to 20 mm. Okay, next you go to material definition. In the material again dielectric 1, dielectric 2 is there, and you see here this is dielectric definition, we have to put a dielectric definition here. So here dielectric definition, these some materials are there already defined, we are not using this, these also you should remove. So remove this material, you make it a definition, a dielectric definition, you should remove those. Similarly we should remove this also, conductor definition we have to remove here. Similarly we have to remove here also, remove. So but do not remove anything here, this is a default, it will appear always. Okay, we have to keep this as it is. But here dielectric definition, there should not be any material definition. This is parameters are there. Epsilon r we have to provide, tan delta we have to provide, color you can choose. Okay, these are the things what we have to feed. Similarly for the conductor, similar conductor definition, for the conductor we have to provide this. We can give some name to the conductor, like aluminium, it may be a copper, or it may be gold, like that. That's the name of the conductor. And the sigma is the conductivity of that conductor. And the color you can choose any color, because while drawing that color will be taken. Okay, so advanced properties, if there, you can adjust the advanced properties also. And next here, impedance definition. Here in the impedance definition we are not providing any impedance definitions, so you do not enter anything in this one. Only we have to do dielectric definition here and the conductor definition. That means you should enter the dielectric material value properties here, and the conductor properties, whatever you are using, that we have to enter here. Okay, so what we have to do, enclosure, it is 0.1 we have to set, and you should clear all. So it is cleared dielectric layer here also, except I told only air thickness we have to keep, and remaining nothing is there. First we should do all this thing. We have to clear any previously defined materials are there, you should remove all. So to remove the materials previously assigned, previously available material, you should start deleting from the materials here. First click over the material and delete whatever existing here. Similarly go on deleting up to this material definition. So here dielectric layer definition here is not there, and material definition nothing is there. Okay, so first we have to do this, we have to clear the windows where we are defining our material first. Okay, so now we have to define our material properties, whichever we are using, those things we have to define here. So first we are using two type of materials in our structure. One is the dielectric material, another is the conductor material. So in the problem I have given in the first assignment problem, design a resonator, open circuit lambda by 2 microstrip resonator to operate at a 5 gigahertz using a substrate with a thickness is equal to 1.59 mm, epsilon r equal to 2.2, tan delta is equal to 0.001. So here substrate properties are epsilon r, it is given 2.2, and tan delta is given, that is equal to 1.001, that is equal to tan delta is 0.001. So here we have to define that material, so we have to add that material. To add that material, just you click over add. Okay, so that is window comes, this window comes. Here we have to give these parameters. These are the parameters we have to provide to the material. So first is a name, you can give any name. I am giving it as a SUB1, substrate 1. Okay, and in the it is I am taking 2.2 as the permittivity, and tan delta is 0.001, that is a tan delta. Okay, do not use any of this preset, because they may not be having our properties. Okay, so just you type whatever the material properties we want, that you type here, and you can give your own name, like a SUB1 2.2 0.001. Okay, so now you can see here it appeared substrate, it has a, and our material came here. This material, dielectric material we are using, that is 2.2 and 0.001, and it's here color is a blue with the dots, blue and with the dot came. You can change that color also, you can see here, you can put any red color you can make, and it may be like this. Okay, that is our substrate material. Wherever the substrate material is there, you can see this. in that one. So this color, because there may be here we are defining one substrate, but sometimes we need to define two substrate. Then what we can do, we can give a different color to the different substrate. Okay, so this is one substrate I have defined. For example, I want to introduce one more substrate. I can add here like a SUB2. Okay, the SUB2 I want it may be 4.3, and it may be 0.025. Dielectric tan delta is a 0.025, epsilon r is 4.3, and it is a SUB2. Okay, so now you see, for this material, if there are two dielectrics are there or substrates are there in our structure, to distinguish them, substrate 1 and substrate 2, you can change, you can have a different color like this. So this is a color for a substrate 1, it is a blue color is there, or you can change this color also. So if you click over here, you will get, I am changing this to green, and I can change it to something like this. This is a close. So okay, wherever substrate 2 is there, this color will come. Substrate 1 is there, this color will come. Okay, like that. You can use different colors to distinguish the substrate if there are more than one substrates are there. But in our problem we have only one substrate, so substrate 2 is not there, so you can delete this, remove it. I am keeping only one SUB1. Okay, so like that we can do the change, color change and all. So we defined our substrate because we are using only one substrate, and it has power to 2.2 and 0.001 as a tan delta, and the color is like this. We have defined this color for that. Okay, next we have to use a conductor material. So conductor material, again we are using a copper here. Copper means you go to add here, in the add you can give a copper as similar to here. Name you have to provide, sigma you have to provide, you can provide a color also. Okay, but I am not entering like a copper. Copper means it has you can give a copper, COPP here, copper. Okay, and you have to provide the conductivity of the copper, that is 5.9 into 10 to the power 7. But sometimes if you are not sure about the conductivity of the copper, what we can do, already that material, already someone already defined that material. See in the presets, you can someone already defined that, that is existing already. What we can do, you go to presets here, already they have defined some like a copper. Okay, so you can choose like that also. If it, because we are using copper, it is already existing in the presets, you can choose that copper. Okay, so that material comes, you can do it as a okay. So now it came here, this is the copper. Okay, the conductor what we are using here. So here we can again see, this is a sigma conductivity came, and the color is this, and it has the stripes like this. Wherever a copper material is there, this color stripes will be, the material will be appear. Wherever this material is, color is there, there is a copper material is there, like that. Okay, so this is for applying the definition of material. Here we are doing like a substrate dielectric material material definition we have done here, conductor properties definition we have done here, and this definition we are not doing, impedance definition, so do not do anything over this. Okay, only we are using these two materials, dielectric material and a conductor material, because in the substrate there is a metallization. Metallization means metallization in the top and bottom, and in between that there is a dielectric material is there. Okay, so top and bottom metallization means it is a copper metallization, and in between the two metallization there is a dielectric material, that is a substrate 1 is there. So this is enough for our microstrip structure. Okay, so this is one. But here what you can observe, in the problem we have given dielectric material, it has a dielectric constant of 2.2 and tan delta 0.001, and one more parameter is there, thickness of the substrate, thickness of the dielectric material, that we cannot define here in this window. Similarly, copper also metallization, top and bottom has a metallization, that dielectric material, but that the thickness of copper were not defined here. Okay, we cannot do that in this window. So what we can do, here, this thickness of this material, that is a 1.59, that we have to define in the next here is here next to the material definition, there is a dielectric layer is there, dielectric layers, you click there. Okay, it will come here, this way it is appearing here. What we have to do, in the dielectric layers window, click over insert. Okay, so here in the insert, there is a air is there, that is in the first one 20. Okay, one more layer 2, see layer 1 air is there. Okay, this is layer 1, air is there here, air that is needed. Above the structure there must be a air, and it has a permittivity of 1. You can see properties came in the small window. It is a layer 1, it has a permittivity of 1, air has a permittivity 1, and we defined the height as a 20 mm, so that came here, that we keep as it is. But one more is a layer 2. Actually in the layer 2 there should not be any air. Okay, only one air layer will be there here. So you click just over a air, we will find our defined material comes here, that is SUB1. Okay, this we defined in the material definition, we have defined this in the material definition. So you click over that substrate, you take that substrate. Okay, and as we know, for the substrate one we gave a color as a red color, so that came here, red color came. Okay, but what is the thickness of our substrate, that is a dielectric material, that is 1.59. So you retain that, you type that here. Okay, it will take automatically mm, 1.59 mm. Okay, so this is the thickness of our dielectric material, 1.59. We defined that is here, this material. Okay, bottom copper is there here, bottom of that is a copper. Okay, so now on this dielectric material we have to draw the structure here, our microstrip line resonator, that is a copper trace we have to draw, that actually we have to draw here over this. And once we click here, once we take our cursor to here, we can see it will come like epsilon r is to 2.2 and the height is 20 mm. So this okay, this is a okay, we have to here okay, we have to put a okay, then it will change to the 1.59 mm. Okay, dielectric, so it is substrate we have defined, it is 1.59. Okay, next, but we were not defined copper thickness. So here is a this thickness, substrate thickness we defined, that is a 1.59. You can see now 1.59 it is coming, height is 1.59, epsilon r is 2.2, that is a layer 2 here in the structure. Okay, but we were not provided the thickness of copper, that is a metallization thickness, that we have to provide here next to the dielectric. In the dielectric layer we defined the thickness of dielectric material, but in materials we have to define the thickness of the metallization, that is a copper. Okay, so to define that, what we have to do, see here perfect conductor is already existing, that you have to keep as it is. Okay, but to give the thickness of the copper, that is the metallization, using that we are drawing our structure, you have to go to insert. Okay, then again one more come of again perfect conductor, but here is a trace 1, name came as a trace 1, you keep it as it is, name trace 1 only. Okay, but the thickness here, that trace thickness, what we are doing the trace, that thickness is 0.01, we have to keep like this, 0.01 thickness, that is a thickness of this but it is a copper here, we have to choose copper, it has a thickness of 0.01. Okay, even it once it will come, there are two, perfect conductor came, copper came, but we want a copper. That is one part. Using that, what we are drawing a structure. So, and it has a thickness of 0.01. See, like this. So these are the things we have to provide. So we provided a thickness, and we defined the material. So here copper thickness we provided 0.01. Here we provided a dielectric material thickness, that is 1.59. Air is there, air also automatically dielectric, that is above structure, above our structure always air will be there. So automatically we have to retain that air. Okay, it's 20 mm I have taken. And material definition, we did a substrate definition and conductor definition here by providing their parameters. Okay, so like this we have to define first our structure properties as material properties here. And in the dielectrics again, what you have to do here, one more is there, top boundary it must be approximately open, and in the bottom boundary it must be perfectly conductor. Okay, it is keep, because in the bottom we have a conducting material. In our structures, bottom is a conducting, we are not removing the conductor in the bottom, only we are drawing structure in the top. Okay, but bottom of that substrate conductor material written as it is, so you keep this as it is perfect conductor. Okay, so now so okay, so in the enclosure we have to go to enclosure. Okay, there we have to define the material properties. So if you click on enclosure, edit option comes there, we have to define grid, we have to adjust material, we have to define thickness, we have to provide for the dielectric, and copper thickness we have to provide like this, then it is a okay. Okay, so resonator 1 we are doing, it is a microstrip structure, we defined all the parameters at the enclosure. For parameter material properties we have to define in the enclosure. Okay, so now our structure is ready, and the materials and all we defined. So we have to now draw the structure here, we have to draw the structure here. To draw the structure, we can see here, this is a window here, we have to draw the window here. Actually it is here we are present means it is on the dielectric top of the dielectric material, where what I am showing this cursor, this is moving on some screen here. This is actually grid is not appearing here. Grid we have defined 0.1 mm 0.1 grid, that is not visible here. To want to see that, just click over here, it is a view all. You can see the grids here, view all, because the grid size was larger, it was not fitting. If you click here view all, it will fit all the things in this window here. Here dotted lines are there. Okay, 0.1 mm distance, these dots are there. So this is actually on the now here this grid means it is over the dielectric material, there we have to draw the structure. Okay, we have to draw structure here. And as we know our structure is we will draw the structure now. Okay, we defined the unit also, that is in mm. Okay, and the frequency in gigahertz, that also we defined. Now we have to draw the structure. Our structure is a rectangle here, microstrip line resonator. It is a rectangular in shape, it has a two feed lines, and it has two feed lines, and one is lambda by 2 line, that is a resonator here. So to draw the structure, what we have to do, you can draw, here is a option is there, draw, we click over a draw, there rectangle is there, rectangle, because our structure is a rectangle, just you click over this rectangle. Okay, double click, draw, double click, we will be getting this something like a plus it came. Next just press a zero, sorry, space bar. Okay, go to draw rectangle plus the space bar, we will be getting like this. See, rectangle means it has a 4 coordinates, 4 corners. So to draw any structure, we fix one corner, one corner we are fixing, that corner we put that corner. This is actually xy plane, xy plane, this is y axis, this is vertical is a y axis, horizontal is the x axis, vertical is y axis and horizontal is the x axis here. So you start the one coordinate, that is left bottom corner. You start as a 0 0. You fix that corner at a 0 0 coordinate, xy 0 0 starting corner. Okay, next. Okay, now that is at 0 0. The left right corner, sorry, left bottom corner is fixed at the 0 0 coordinate. In the xy coordinate it is at a 0 0. Okay, so now again there is a plus space bar. You have to press the space bar. Okay, so now what we have to do, it is a rectangle, one corner we fixed, but it has a length. Our structure has a length, that is dx means starting from 0, it should go up to 21.93 mm in the x direction, and in the y direction, that is a width of that. In the y direction it should increase up to 4.94. Okay, is okay. Okay, so this rectangle has drawn here. To actually rectangle is there, we cannot see fully, that's why what we have to do, view all. This is a view all option, you click over, so we can see the structure like this. You see here, we can see the one here. This is a one here. This is a rectangle. As I said, this is the left bottom corner. You can see the coordinate of this. What is the coordinate? You can see it is a 0 0. See this coordinate, if fix exactly here, this coordinate will be displaying here, x and y coordinate. Wherever I take a cursor, that's coordinate will be displaying. It is a 0 0. Exactly if you fix here, it is 0 0. Okay, and in the x direction, starting from here 0 0 coordinate, we are moving like this. In the x direction, how far we are going? 21.93. Here 21.93, fix it exactly, you will be getting 21.93 here. Similarly, in the y direction, starting from here, in the y direction, this is dy, that is 4.94 I have given here. This is for exactly, if you put here, you will be getting it is a 4.94. Okay, like that. This is a dx I have given. Dx means length of our structure 21.93, and the width, this is actually the width of our resonator. Width of that resonator is 9.43. Okay, this rectangle has came, but you see here, what is the color of this rectangle? This is the rectangle appear, but is it our copper material? We have to see here. See here, if you enlarge here, if you here, if you can do this, see like this. See here, what we can observe here, the lines or stripes are there. It is slanted like this. Slants are like this, but is our correct material or not, we have to see here. For the copper, for copper, for example, we go to material definition, that is enclosed. In the enclosure, you see the copper material definition, you see the copper. What is the one you are given here? Copper is there. Copper, there is a gray color is there, but the slants are in the opposite direction. You can see here, this, they are like the slants are like this. Okay, but in the structure what we have drawn, the lines are like this. See, they are in the opposite direction. See here, this is for perfect conductor. Perfect conductor is represented by the color like this, gray color, but the lines are like this. But our copper material, gray color, but lines are in the opposite direction. So that's why what we can do not keep a same color as a perfect conductor. We change the color of this copper. So you can change color of this copper, edit the color. So we will edit that to some green color. I am giving some this color, or we can take any color. This maybe it is similar to here, don't take that. So green color. Okay, this is a green. Okay, close. So this is a green, but lines should be, stripes must be opposite to the perfect conductor. So our copper, what I said here, we are drawing, this is our structure, it should be in copper material, but the material here appearing is the perfect conductor material is coming. So what you have to do, you should not take this one, you should change the one material. Okay, to do that what you have to do, double click over this, yellow color will come. Okay, and again you put right click, there you will see shape properties, you click over shape properties. Okay, then this window will appear, this window comes. Okay, here actually see layer 2, over layer 2 we are drawing our structure, we are not using perfect conductor, what we are using, trace 1, our name of the one is trace 1. For the copper we were given trace 1, so you should choose it. Now you see here this color came here, because we given a green color, the stripes like this, so this is now copper here, copper. Okay, but if you choose a perfect conductor, you can see here this is like this, this is not our material. No, we are not drawing use this using, we are not drawing the structure using copper material like this, you are not drawing using perfect conductor, but we are drawing using copper we have given green color, and its slants are like this, lines are like this. Okay, so now we make it a okay. So now you can observe this came like this. Okay, so while drawing, if some other material is selected, you should see which material, which color is given to that copper. If that copper color is not coming, that means some other material has taken to draw this structure. So what we have to do, we have to double click over this. Okay, double click and right click. Okay, we will get a shape properties, you go to shape properties and change here, it should be trace 1. Okay, and it should be conductor, that is a copper only. So and the color whichever you are chosen, that must appear like this, then you make it a okay. So this is our one. So now it is a copper, we are drawing using copper, and the length we have taken, and width we have adjusted, and this coordinate we fixed at 0 0. Next we have to do two more lines, we have to draw, that is the feed lines, we should draw the feed lines. Okay, to feed lines again they are the rectangles. Okay, so to draw that again that feed lines here, we have to provide a gap here. As I said, for the feed line we put a gap of s, that is I have denoted in the theory class, it is a s, gap is s, that s I have taken point 2, so point 2. So from this edge of our structure, our feed line should start with a gap of 0.2 mm. So what you have to do, again you have to try the rectangle, and choose a rectangle. Okay, space bar, here we have to provide this is because we are drawing this is 0 0 coordinate in the x direction, but our start must be here, somewhere here you should start. This point is x value is minus 0.2, because we are going behind left side, left side means x is a negative, and we are going in the this way horizontally, we are not moving vertically, so this point is to start the corner here. Okay, so it is a minus 0.2, minus 0.2 is a 1, and y we are not changing, that you keep it as 0. So that is the okay here, so that corner is fixed here. Next we should provide that length, that length is L by 10, L by 10 means it is 2.193, 2.193, L by 10, L is 21.93, so it is L by 10 means 2.193. Okay, but it is a negative direction you are going, put a minus here. Okay, and dy we are going in the positive y direction only, and the width must be same as the width of the our structure, it is 4.93, 4.94. Okay, so okay. So what you can again view all, that came view all we have to make. Okay, so this is the one what we have seen, this I have done. See, this feed line must be at a gap of 0.2 mm. So this is 0 0, and a corner of this feed line must be here, it is actually minus 0.2, x is minus 0.2, but y value 0 only, because here is y value 0, even you move in the horizontal direction y doesn't changes, y remains the same, 0 only. bundle exchanges, that is minus 0.2, minus 0.2 0 this corner, and in the we are again going in this direction, that is in the negative x direction. So what we have to give, this length is L by 10. L by 10 is 2.1 2.194. So we have taken is here 2.193 this way, and in this direction it should be same width as this width is 4.94. so I have taken this. And here what we can observe here, again this material should be copper here, same as this, but some other perfect conductor came here. So again we have to change this. Okay, we click over that, click over here, and right click, shape properties, you go and choose here, it is layer 2 only, trace 1. Okay, so now came, so okay, so now you can see this same color you should get here also, that is a copper here. So one feed line we have made. Okay, similarly we should draw a feed line this direction also, feed line also it should be put here. Okay, again it should be at a distance of 0.2 mm from here. From here it should be 0.2 mm, another rectangle. 0.2 mm means, see this edge is 21.93. Okay, so you should start here, that means a point, you to the 21.93 you add 0.2, then we will be getting 22.13. 22.13. So that x value is, draw again rectangle. So here we have to give 22.13, and this is 0 only, corner. First we have to fix the one corner. Okay, so next space bar, so its length is 2.193, it is L by 10, and it is 4.94. Okay, so this is a feed line. Okay, so now it came here. So this is what this corner we fixed, that is 22.13. okay, because it is 21.93, 0.2 mm gap you have to leave. So actually this point is 21.93 plus 0.2, that is 22.13, this x value, and y value is 0 only, and that is one corner we fixed. Afterwards we should provide this x of this length. This length is L by 10, that is 2.193. so we put 2.193 for this length, dx, and dy is the width same as this one, and that is equal to 4.94. I have taken 4.9 as a dy. So if you draw that rectangle it will fit like this. Okay, and again you see the material here, this feed line also we have drawn, both feed lines we have, and this color you have to see again, this color came, this is a perfect conductor color, so you have again you have to change it. To change the one, right click, yellow color comes there, again right click, shape properties, here you choose a trace 1. Okay, in this come. Okay, so now you can see this color. So now this is our structure, this is a structure what we have drawn. Okay, so this is a feed line, this is a feed line, and between that there is a gap of 0.2 mm here and here. Okay, so this is a way of drawing the structure. We have to draw the structure like this. Okay, so this material, so for what first what and all we have to do, we have to define the units, next we have to define the material going to the enclosure, and next we have to draw the structure like this. Okay, you can see the 3D view of this also, 3D view, that means you go to view, there you select a 3D view. Okay, you can see like this, see this is a structure, actually this is our resonator. Above that air is there, 20 mm air we kept. See here, this is a one, here this is a air is there, air is a 20 mm height we have taken, air is there. Okay, and the surrounding is a space, this is a approximately open, everything open surrounding this structure, open is there. Okay, air above that 20 mm, and this we have drawn, this is our structure. copper material what we have drawn here. Okay, and below this there is our dielectric material. See, this is dielectric material from here to here. Here to here dielectric material what we have defined, that is there from here to here, and the bottom copper will be there. Bottom copper will be there. So top is copper and the bottom is copper is there. In the top we have drawn our structure. So this is a we like this. Our structure will look like this. Okay. This is the one here. Now what we have to do, we have to feed the signal to this structure, because as I said, resonator means we have to draw the frequency response. We have to draw the frequency response. To draw the frequency response, we should apply the signal here. We have frequency response, frequency versus output, frequency versus output, S21. As I told already in the instruction class, we should plot the S21. Okay, S21 means it is a output divided by input. Okay, so we have to draw that S21. So frequency response we have to draw. So we have to provide a signal here and we have to see the output here. So in the simulation tool, signal source means here ports, it is the name is called as a port. Ports are available here. See here, like a port. This is a edge port, this is a via internal port. Like there are different type of ports are there, but in this problem we are taking edge port, like this edge port. Okay, yes, you click, just you okay, click over the edge port, this symbol will come. That you can put over the wherever you want. So you have to put a edge port here to the edge. Edge port means we should put it in the edge only. So we have to put here, that's edge port. Similarly we have to put the port here, that is a edge port here. Okay, so first to wherever you are putting there, that one should be selected like this. You select here, we are putting port here to this edge. Okay, so you take a click over the edge port and this symbol comes, you go to that edge and double click. Okay, that port attached to here, this edge port 1 is there. Similarly you take one more and before that you should select here, select this, and we are putting port 2 here. Port 1 is this, port 2 is this. You should put here to this edge. To that edge you go to edge port and click over that edge. Okay, port 2 here, like this. So this is a port 1 and this is a port 2. That is here it is a source here. This is a source. Okay, it is a bidirectional device. This is a bidirectional device here. You can use anyone as a input here, either this one or this one. Or actually in the simulation what happens, both will be sending. This also sends the signal, this also sends the signal. We can get a result of all, like a S11, S21, S22 and S21, like that. Okay, like it will treat first, it will take this as a port, this was a feeding, and it see the output, what is the output here, that will be S21. Okay, and next what the simulation will do is take this as a source. Okay, and it sends the signal in this direction and generate S22 and S12 also. Okay, it's like that that simulation tool will do like that. Okay, it will take this one and find out both S11 and S21, and next it will take this as a source and it will find S22 and S12 also. Like 4 results we will be getting. And as we know, because this is a bidirectional symmetric structure, this S11 is same as S22. Similarly S21 is similar to S12. Okay, so like that in the simulation tool we will get all the 4 parameters of a S matrix, S11, S22, S12 and S21, but S22 and S11 are same. Similarly S12 and S21 are same. So like that. Okay, so this will be generating. So what we are looking, S11 and S21 we will be looking here, sending the, assume we are sending the signal here, looking what is the output here. Or we can do like this, send a signal from here, look the output here. All 4 results will be there, whichever you want to see, that we can see. automatically, as we saw, because it is a symmetric, two results will be identical. S11 and S22 are identical, S12 and S21 are identical. Okay, so one of them we can see, either S21 or S12 we can see, or S22 S11, S22 or S11 we can see in the result analysis. Okay, so now what we will do is we will see only S12, because S21 also similar to that. S21 we will see that is similar to S12. Okay, so we assume you are sending a signal from here. What is the signal received here? We will be looking. And as we know, it is a frequency response we have to see. Frequency response means it is a resonator. It resonates at a particular frequency. Like this is designed for 5 gigahertz. The structure is designed to operate at a 5 gigahertz. But this 5 gigahertz means it gives the maximum output at 5 gigahertz, but either side of that the output must decrease. Below 5 gigahertz and above 5 gigahertz, the response, that is output, must decrease. Okay, so we are not only looking the output at a 5 gigahertz, we should see over a band of frequencies how the response changes above and below the resonant frequency, how the response changes. That also we have to see. So that's why we have to draw the response, frequency response, output versus frequency from our range of frequency. So we will fix the range from 2 to 7 gigahertz, because center frequency is a 5 gigahertz. So we can start from 2 gigahertz and we can stop at a 5 gigahertz. Okay, so that also we should say to the simulator from which frequency to which frequency it should simulate. Okay, to do that, so we have to adjust that, we have to set that from which frequency to which frequency it should simulate the one. To do that, what you have to do, you go to project options. That means where we did a unit definition, there again you right click, edit option will come. Okay, there you go to the frequencies. Okay, there you have to set the frequencies. It is a 2 gigahertz and a 7 gigahertz. Okay, 2 to 7, start frequency 2 gigahertz, stop frequency is a 7 gigahertz. And we should provide here as the step size with a okay, it is starting is a 2 and 7 gigahertz, but it will calculate the responses for the for different frequencies within 2 to 7. At what step it should do the calculation, that we have to provide here. That is we are giving 0.01 gigahertz. Every 0.01 gigahertz you should take the values for the calculation, like that. Okay, so apply. Then the points will appear here, the frequency points to up to 7 gigahertz with an interval of 0.01 appear. So now that we have to do here. Okay, that's so okay here. We can provide okay. So what we did, the frequency range from where to which frequency it should give the response, that we set here. Okay, so next what we have to do, we have to simulate the one, everything we provided now, everything we have defined the material, we have set the units, we have provided the frequency, from what frequency to what frequency it should do the calculations and all. So now we have to see the result. What is the output graph you have to see, plot. Okay, to do that you go to graph. Okay, there you should select a new graph comes. There we need a rectangular, it is a rectangle graph only. So create a graph name you can put, or you put it as a graph one only, create, or you can change the graph name. Okay, now it came here the result must display. But again, to the simulator you should say what should be displayed on this graph, what should be displayed. Okay, so what we are interested, we want to plot the signal we are sending from here, and we want to see the output here. That is a S21 here, S21 scattering parameter S21. Okay, that we have to plot here. So graph, you go to graph here, graph. Okay, in the graph, okay, in the graph one, what we want to see, that measurement, what measurement we want to do. Okay, that is a odd measurement, you have to click over that odd measurement. There what we are doing, it is a measurement type, that is a parameters, and as a scattering parameter, S parameter. Okay, and the from port 1 we are inputting at port 1, you are looking output at port 2, you set it to port 2. Two port means where we are looking the output, that is a port 2. S21 we are seeing, so set S21. And we are looking it this in decibels, dB scale. I told in the class, instruction class, S21 magnitude we are plotting, dB plot. Okay, so this you can put a odd here, odd, then it comes here odd. Okay, so this is you can close it here. Okay, this is a graph. Now we have to simulate it. So graph S21 should display. After you have to do the simulation. Now you have to do the simulation, you have to send analysis. So you go to simulator, analyze. Okay, so this window comes here. Here there is a running, it is running. Once it finishes, then you will be getting result in the graph. Okay, it is running until this running is there, this should become finish. That time you should close this and you can see the graph one. Now you see finished. Okay, it is a close here and see the graph. Go to graph one and you see here what you can see here in this graph. See here, x-axis, this is the frequency came, and this is in decibel S21. This is the plot of S21, it is came. S21 plot, this is what we said here, that came. But the frequency is 1 to 2 gigahertz. Actually what we did, our frequency we set 2 to 7 gigahertz is correct, but the display is 1 to 2 gigahertz. Actually we have to change that frequency in two ways. One is here we did, okay, frequency definition we did here, projects we did a one here, 2 to 7 gigahertz we did, like this is correct. Okay, it is there here, project options, but we have to do that here also. Once again, see in this resonator one, you go to options. Okay, there again frequencies is there, but here it doesn't take it, only 1 to 2 is there. Here also you should see, actually 2 to 7 came, but apply you have to do. Once you apply, you see here it changed. Previously it was not changing, that's why it came like that. Okay, you change it, just apply, it will appear like this. Okay, okay, so what we are doing here, and also we should see whether it is changed here or not. If it doesn't change, we should change here also by go to resonator and click over options. Okay, there we will see frequencies again, there also it should change. If it was not changed, you should apply, just it will appear. Okay, okay, now again you simulate it, simulation, analysis. Once it finishes, you see the output, graph, go to a graph and see. So it is still running here. Once it finish comes, you stop. It will take time because we were given 0.01, step size as 0.01. Every 0.01 it will do the calculation. So it is finished. Now close it and you see the graph one. Now you see, now graph came here. Okay, this is the resonator. We designed it for 5 gigahertz, but we are getting approximately here you can see at what frequency this is resonating. It is resonating here. Okay, peak came here. We designed it 5 gigahertz, but it is we are getting at little bit lower frequency. As I said, whatever the design equations we used, they are approximate equations. They may not give exactly at what frequency we are designed, because approximate equations. Okay, so but they will be closer to the what we are expecting. Okay, see like this. That's why it is now coming. You can see at what frequency. There is a marker option is there. You can put a marker and see it is 4.412 frequency gigahertz. It is coming. Actually, you defined 5 gigahertz, but we are getting at 4.4. That is because you see in this structure we were not taken consideration of this gap. This gap is not taken while designing this structure dimensions. Okay, this gap capacitor adds effect to the resonant frequency of the structure. That's why it is so. This is a response. It is giving maximum frequency here. So like this you can do the simulations using this. Okay, detailed analysis of this we will be seeing in the next video. Okay, this is a S21 graph, S21.